gentlemen, this is Steve from the 8BG, and you are listening to the
Wow, you
8BG.
didn't introduce me.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, oh, wait, I was going to. You had to let me finish.
No, you
Like,
usually say this is Steve and then Sterl and we are the
I was
AB
doing
or
something
whatever.
different today. Yo, you have to,
No, I think
like,
you forgot. I think you're
yeah,
lying. You forgot. But
nah,
okay.
I'm not lying. You've been playing too much Among Us.
No, no.
But I'm here with my co host, with
Sterling,
the
Major No Fun. Yeah.
Major No Fun. And congratulations to Major No Fun for now
New
being a
yeah,
Twitch
newly
affiliate.
newly Twitch affiliate, which is,
Round of applause.
not not entirely the hardest thing to do, but it does take a little consistency and so feels good. Maybe that'll grow into something.
That's awesome. So if you guys want to follow him, it's Major No Fun at Twitch. Well, it's twitch.tv slash
Slash
Major
Major
No
No
Fun.
Fun. Yeah.
But you can find him there. So congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
We got a celebrity on this podcast now. So
Yeah,
first celebrity.
a little something, a little something. You gotta start somewhere. Everybody started
hmm
somewhere.
Well, before we get into to the topic, I just actually wanted to know a little bit about your Twitch journey. How long have you been, doing it for?
On and off for a couple of years, actually. The thing is, streaming can be kind of intimidating.
hmm
You don't know. Like first, you feel like you're competing against every other streamer because you want people to watch you,
hmm
but really you're not. And what you're doing, and once you kind of figure that out, that you're just really trying to do what you enjoy, which is game, and then share it with people that want to watch you. So it's really not about having to create the best content, but the best idea I could say is do you. If you want to be a silly character, be a silly character. If you just want to play whatever you want to play, do it. And I think eventually in the long run, you have to keep it fun for yourself. So you have to stream when you want to stream. If you have a schedule, try to stick to that. But you can't. You can burn yourself out. It's really not as easy as you think. It's not just playing games and then having people watch. Sometimes your gameplay can speak for itself and people don't care, but really you're trying to entertain people. So over the time, you kind of figure that out. You want you don't need the best equipment, but it does help to have like a good mic, and two monitors. I think you need two monitors if you're doing PC, or at least somewhere where you can read the chat and play the game at the same time. Um, and then it's about engaging and when people do come in stream, because the way it works is once even when you're not a big streamer, there are people that will just randomly bounce into your stream. They don't, not everybody wants to be in a stream full of 1,000 people. Some people like a more intimate stream. So when those people come in, you have to, you don't have to necessarily engage with them, but it does help. Hey, they say something, you say what's up. And I noticed over streaming, there's been plenty of times where someone would come in and engage, and I'd either be too into the game, or and I missed their message completely, and that's a potential viewer or friend or whatever that you lose. So it's not necessarily that simple, but the key is to engage in community, and to understand that it's really going to be a revolving door. There's going to whoever loyally supported you in the first month isn't going to be there maybe in month 7 or 8. So you have to kind of keep actively, and then, and to people that do it full time, it's it's not a traditional job. People would say, oh, it's a job, but it is work. I know sometimes before I start streaming, I get nervous because you feel like you have to put on a show because you're entertaining people. So you kind of have to put on a good attitude. You don't want to be negative, or and then also you have to deal with trolls, which everybody has to deal with. But it's work. I mean, it's not slavery work or anything. It's not getting up at this time. But you can't just start playing games and think it's gonna happen. Even very good players at certain games don't get popular streams because they're just not. They might not be entertaining. For instance, one of the best streamers that plays Street Fighter, his name is Smug. He's actually from
hmm
Queens. Really cool, really entertaining Street Fighter player. He's very good at the game. But he might not be as good as someone like there's another kid from Brooklyn. or named Idom, who just won the Capcom Cup. He's one of the best players, but his streams average maybe 100 to 200, where Smug gets about 1,000 people in his streams because Smug is good, but he's so funny. He just naturally has this thing he does on stream that really translates. So you really just have to find yourself. But and I'm not saying having 100 people in a stream is still great.
The personality.
It's a combo of things. Because for instance, if I were to go out and win a tournament right now, like a Apex Legends tournament or something out of nowhere, I'd automatically have a lot of viewers, kind of just off of that fact. Like, because some people watch streams for entertainment, some watch it for advice to get better, some just like to see crazy plays, some just like the streamer itself. It's a bunch of different things, but like you said, yeah, personality now is definitely a big part of it. So real quick, I'll just explain the journey to affiliate, which wouldn't take long. And so basically, as a Twitch streamer, affiliate, it's not difficulty to get, but it does take work. So basically, you have to get 50 followers first. 50 people that click on follow. It's free to follow, but still, to have people come in. A lot of people come in sometimes and don't follow. Either and following doesn't cost anything or anything, but sometimes they just either forget or whatever. So you have to kind of encourage people to follow or whatever. Second, you have to stream. I think a total of 8 hours, which is not a lot, but it does. That's still some time. You have to set it up, make sure it's all right and everything. You want to get a good and then the toughest part is you have to average 3 viewers per stream. Now it sounds crazy, but when you really think about it, video games still to me have a certain stigma. So if I post it on Facebook, sometimes I'll get no replies about it. You know what I mean? Or nothing. And sometimes people look at it, oh, it's a video game, whatever. So really, sometimes getting 3, you can ask maybe a friend or two, but you have to, over those 8 hours of streaming or whatever you're streaming in the month, you have to average 3 viewers per stream. So you don't necessarily want to stream and then only have one person in, because that's bringing your average down. So you kind of consistently have to have 3. Now, and you really kind of need more than 3, because if you hit a flat 3, you're never going to maintain a flat 3, right? You kind of want more to bring the average up faster. So a good way to do that is like, I got engaged with a community of cool people who like to support streamers. That was one way I did it. I also had to ask friends, and and even asking friends, sometimes they don't always, you'll be like, hey, I'm streaming, and you're looking and no one comes. You know what I mean? So sometimes it happens. People are busy, people have lives. That's the thing. So sometimes you can get randoms, which is great if you get a random, but sometimes you rely on your friends, and so you have to keep it up, keep streaming, get those hours in, and then you'll become affiliate where you can make a little bit of money, doing it. So
So let me ask you a question. So you mentioned earlier that you have to deal with things like trolling or things like that. What's kind of like the worst trolling experience you've had playing games on Twitch?
The funniest thing was, I would say, was the trolling I had to deal with from people I knew. In terms of, because a couple of friends that used to watch me stream, they don't even watch me anymore. They only like to watch my stream when they saw me lose, and it was like funny jokes because, oh, he's losing. They would donate too. They actually put money in when I like to lose, almost like because that was entertaining for them. And it kind of was like, it was cool because at least I had people watching, but at the same time, the worst is that the more you do something, you get better. So as I started getting better, they were less entertained. So, you know what I mean? And that was kind of like, that sucked, because I don't like to lose in games, even if it it's kind of, even if it's to get viewers. I don't like to. That's not me. I'd rather win and just play to my best. I don't want to have to lose to get people. And so even sometimes I would make some really bad mistakes, and they call it out or whatever. And so they weren't like, it wasn't like randomly an aggressive trolls. Some of the worst trolls you have to do is if you're trying to advertise your Twitch in games, because you can do that like on PC. You can type it in. once in a while you'll come across people that will just start typing the N word or something, and it has nothing to do with even them hearing you. It's just Twitch will ban your stream, or like they'll mess your stream up if they see that
Hmm.
someone, or if they hear it, they'll even if they know it's coming from someone else, it's still a way to mess up your stream. So sometimes people do that. So that's probably the worst kind of example of trolling. If people get in,
Hmm.
like I said, even my profile says, feel free to flame me at all. Just play nice with others. I don't care what if you say something about me, it's fine. Have fun. But like, if it gets to a point where it's like abusive, then you can have your mods, or you can just ban the person.
Have
So
you ever banned anybody from your
no,
streams?
I haven't banned anybody yet because I
Oh,
haven't
that's
had
good.
anything so abusive that I felt
Hmm.
like I needed to ban someone. But I'm
Okay.
sure as you get popular, it's gonna happen. But that's what you get mods for. They'll take care of it.
Now, on the flip side of that, have you met, any like other players who you've been befriended, has helped you in your journey and things like that?
Uh I'm not helping me in a way of like coming to my stream or anything, but I've watched some streamers go from like very little, and I kind of watch them continuously, and they're like, yeah, I remember you were there from the beginning. So sometimes I'll ask them for advice and stuff, and a lot of
Hmm.
times they say really just don't give up. Like sometimes it seems bleak, or you might not have viewers for a long time, but have fun playing the games and even interacting with a very small crowd. you know you might get a lucky raid. You know what a raid is when someone basically, like, let's say a popular streamer, when they end their streams, they still have like 1,000 people watching them. So sometimes they can just raid another stream with 1,000 viewers. That has
Oh.
happened to people, and it's a
Hmm.
good way to get some notoriety that way. Most people leave, but some people might stay, some people might leave it on. It's good for your numbers. So things, but just keep at it. I wouldn't necessarily, for me. I'm not gonna make it a full time thing, but some people can. They can quit their job, and they make enough money doing this. So
Well, speaking of, where do you see yourself? Like, well, I mean, I know you said you're not doing this full time for now. I mean, things change, but what do you foresee yourself parlaying this affiliate status
yeah, I
now that
think
you have it?
I'm gonna try to make it a thing. I'm going to put a little bit of work into the design of my logo, and I'm gonna try to get the page looking nice. And when you visit the page on Twitch, you can see everything. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to get this stream a little more interactive. Um, and I'm encouraging people, even friends and families, to subscribe if they have Twitch. If they have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription, so you don't even have to pay, and it supports the stream. Things like that.
Nice.
So,
Hmm.
um, you know, but I'm definitely looking. It's not going to be like a solid secondary revenue right now, but I'd
Hmm.
like to see it grow. So I'm going to give it a shot.
Nice. And then I guess I could say one last question. What's some of your favorite games to play on Twitch?
I love first person shooters because I feel like they're exciting and they give you like these moments. Um, like, oh shoot, did you see that? Especially with battle royale games, I feel like they give you that moment to moment excitement, uh, and also like they showcase some cool skills. Even though if you're not very great at it, but it's still exciting to win. You know, on stream. It doesn't happen all the time. I'll say this. I feel like it's a mental thing, but there's always like a stream curse where some when I choose not to stream and I play, I'll play really great. Like I'll have some of the greatest games, and then when I start streaming, I play like shit. And this is when people are
Mm.
watching you, and so that's that pressure you get too. You don't want to really always play like shit in front of people because then you feel like, oh, I'm bore people or something. And then and even what I just said is there's a balance you have to strike too of playing and also interacting. So sometimes you have to look away. You can't be 100% into the game because unless it's like a tournament or something, but you really can't be 100% into the game because you got people watching you and they want to be interacted with most of the time. They want to see that you're reading, reacting, responding to them. Otherwise, they can go watch someone else. So,
Mm.
yeah.
And then, so those are favorite genres. Any particular game that's like your favorite? Like, if you had to pick like maybe one or two games. that you absolutely
Well,
love playing
besides
on?
shooters, I would like to play like action or RPG games,
Mhm.
or maybe even try like classic games like Sega Genesis or something. I'm an overall. I'll play anything, but I haven't tried those on stream yet.
I did see you play what was this game? It was an RPG game one time. I think Final Fantasy maybe
It
6, I think, or was it something
might have
else?
been 8. It was a while
Yeah,
ago. It might have been 8.
8? No, not 8. Nah, that it was a 2D RPG.
Oh, I was playing it on stream. Oh, I don't remember.
Or maybe it was old video I saw.
It might have been an old video. I'm not sure, but that had to be a
Okay.
while. I can't even remember that honestly. So,
Okay.
but yeah. So
Well, that's major. Any last words you want to say regarding your Twitch?
Nope.
Or
Just check me out at twitch.tv/Major No Fun. That's it.
that was Sterling, aka the Major No Fun. So check him out. Please support. Links will be down below. And of course, you can visit our website, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram to get more information. And of course, twitch.tv/majornofun.com.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys for listening. And this is the ABG, and we are out.
Wait.